Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is 12 degrees over here in New England. Just FYI, it's fucking cold. My hands are still cold from the drive to go get my freaking coffee. Alright, let me take my medicine. This song was coming through last night with Eminem. It's Mommy's here right now, so you don't know. Oh, no, Daddy's here right now, and you don't know why. But everything's gonna be all right. Is that Mockingbird? Everything's gonna be all right. I think it's Mockingbird. Mockingbird lyrics, Eminem. Hush, little baby, don't you cry. Everything's gonna be alright. Stepping up that little lady. I told you Daddy's here to hold you through the night. They don't know why Mommy's not here right now. They don't know why. You feel the way we feel inside. She might be a little crazy, pretty baby, but I promise you Mommy's gonna be alright. I was actually singing that last night in my head. I was just singing it again. Alright, I'll be right there. I'll take my medicine. Sorry. 7:07. Okay. So, good morning. I googled what it's about. So, Mockingbird's about a song dedicated to Eminem's daughter, Haley Jade, and Alana Marie, known as Lonnie, who were 9 and 10 at the time. The song is a heartfelt apology and a promise from Eminem to his daughter, who had to endure a lot of hardships and struggles growing up with their famous father. All right, well, I don't know, it's a message for somebody. I was singing it last night, and just came through again. So, and I was singing it in my head last night. So, anywho, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Fucking 12 degrees in fucking New England. my hands are like ice cubes. And they did a lousy job with my coffee this morning. So cold. My hands stayed cold the entire time. On the drive, I was like, what the fuck? Car would not warm up. Alright, let's do 3, 3, and 3. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I don't want that to burn. Alright. What the fuck? It's burning so weird. What's going on here? Alright, guys. 3, 3, and 3. Good morning. 3 weeks ago, the current 3. 3 weeks ago, the current 3. Current 3. And the possible 3. The possible outcome next 3 weeks. Good morning, good morning. Last 3 weeks. God, I can't get that song out of my freaking head. Last 3 weeks. Daddy's not here right now, and we don't know why, but everything's gonna be alright. next 3 days. Possible next 3 days. Outcome for the next possible 3 weeks. Outcome for the next 3 weeks. Last 3 weeks. Hello from Australia. Good morning. Last 3 weeks. Are you September 69? Or are you July 9th? What was that, a turkey? Last 3 weeks. Next 3 days. Next 3 days. Possible next 3 weeks. Last 3 weeks, please. Good morning, good morning. Last 3 weeks, please. Next 3 days. Current 3 days. Possible outcome for next 3 weeks. Do you believe in magic? Possible last 3 weeks. Last 3 weeks. Next 3 days. Current 3 days. Next 3 days. Where's my citrine? Next 3 weeks. Possible outcome for the next 3 weeks. My citrine's over there. All right. Yeah, I mean, I literally cannot get that one lyric out of my head. No, little baby, don't you cry. Everything's gonna be all right. Stiffen up that upper lip, little lady. I told you guys after the night. But what I'm getting is like, mommy's not here and we don't know why. We feel how we feel inside. It may seem a little crazy, pretty baby, but I promise mama's gonna be all right. I don't know if there's a child feeling neglected. Someone's just not around. You know, maybe a mom or dad are in the spotlight and your child's having a hard time with it. Like, it's pulling me to, like, Alana, my daughter, and we call Alani too. And she used to work at a daycare. And there's this one mother, she had an older child too. But, like, she was in the porn industry, but she was really, really not known. And eventually kids are going to know, you know. So I don't know, like, what type of spotlight this is. Or if somebody's just not around. Because, again, like, as I was laying in bed last night, that one verse kept coming through, and it just came through again. So, or maybe you just have a neglectful parent. I don't, however you want to interpret that song. Good morning. All right, let's look at the last 3 weeks. All right, so we have pause, bound, divorce, let go, experiencing a breakup or a divorce, make room for the news is coming to you now. We have peace, legacy, blueprint, restoration. I know Mommy's not here right now. We don't know how, but everything's gonna be all right. Yeah, see, like, hush, little baby. Something did I say to hold you through the night? Cycles. You have worth. You're being asked to honor your worth. It can be so easy to feel like you ain't good enough or worthy of happiness. It's simply not the case. However, you are worthy, and you have to inherit value. It's time to cherish yourself and your true self. Stepping back. You're being asked to take a step back in life in order to gain a perspective. When you're too close to a situation, you make a hard decision, span out, review from your life, and distance yourself to get a different perspective that's needed. I don't know if you guys have, like, children here. Let's see the current 3. Let me just line these up. Communication, twin flame, protection, confirmation, abundance, celebrate, distance, air sign. You and your partner may be physically, emotionally distant. Celebrate. You're being asked to celebrate an accomplishment, no matter how big or small. Do something special. You deserve that and so much more. So this looks like this list looks positive. This vibe feels different than this vibe, obviously, but maybe it is about protection, or somebody feels the need to protect, or I don't know. Let's see. Possible outcome for the next 3 weeks. Karmic partner, refocusing, dreams, Open up your heart. Caution. Find out a little more information. Don't overwork yourself. They'll be back. Grace. Wisdom. Give and align. One of the best feelings you can experience is given to others. When you do so, it's going to improve somebody else's happiness. Think of one way you can give. You're being asked to align with your current situation, even if it's not easy to do so. Trust that there's so much more here to be learned. Pushing against will only make things harder. Align, surrender, and trust. Well, I don't know if you have this damn song stuck in your head. I don't know. Just a neglectful parent. I don't know how to interpret that song. I know I keep telling you guys to interpret it the way you want to interpret it, but apparently it's extremely relative when it comes to this reading. I don't know if you've caused distance, created distance, if somebody is distant. You have a couple different scenarios going on over here when it comes to the last 3 weeks, when you got divorce, let go, cycles, peace. Something karmic is here, but you have legacy, blueprint, restoration, taking a step back, knowing your worth. But again, it's definitely a couple different scenarios. And somebody's Akashics are here as well. And you do have legacy and blueprint, so like destined to be in the spotlight, destined to be with somebody who's in the spotlight. I mean, clearly something's gonna work out here. Something, I don't know if this is like different parts of your life, like in possibly different like deacons or cycles. Everybody has they go through 3 cycles. One is from birth to your 20s, your 20s to your 40s, your 40s to your death. And I feel like there's a whole bunch of that there. It's almost like your whole blueprint is being played out. So it's called the Pentacles, 3 Pentacles. So I don't know. Daddy's gonna hold you through the night. Yes. You know, I don't, there's just, I feel like I can't even read that because it's almost like speechless. I don't know what to say. Or you're dealing with somebody who's not talking, or like they keep getting held up with communication. And then here it's like something comes through. And here it's like going back to that, back to Callie. Here we go again. That came through the other day. But you are realigning. There was a karmic, obviously. And this is like, all right, you can't, open up. But I don't know if like their be back is like, you got dreams under here. I don't know if their be back is the situation like with a karmic is back, or does this come in and it pauses? But I think it's like you have a karmic shifting your focus, but it's like they'll be back. It still needs to be dealt with. Like, there's a graceful exit over here too. And again, like one line is like, Daddy's not here right now, and we all know why. And Mommy's not here right now, and we don't know why. Or it could just be the meaning, how you want to interpret Mockingbird. But he dedicated that song to his 2 daughters and apologizing for not really being there because he was in the public eye. So maybe somebody doesn't want, maybe you guys have kids and somebody doesn't want your kids in the public eye, or maybe this is somebody that, you're in the public eye, but they don't want to be in the public eye. And then again, like, I don't know if somebody comes in, but it's as quick as they come in, they leave. But again, something is very much protected here. I know what it's saying. Like, basically, somebody's coming in, and it's almost like a fresh start, clean slate. Keep going towards what it is you're trying to aim for in regards to like your goals, your dreams, aspirations. Asperger's. You definitely have a chance to realign and to give and to put energy into something. Be wary though, because you do have a karmic that's going to want to come back around and just kind of come and knock on your door. This communication, 3 of Cups. What do we got? 3 of Cups, 8 of Cups, King of Cups. It could be a friend. It could be somebody you walked away from. It could be a couple different things here. It could be dealing with a water sign. Again, it could have been somebody you dated. What's this twin flame? Again, careful who you're getting advice from, because if you're getting advice from like friends or a particular person, it's like you're walking away from that. But this energy could have just walked away from a situation too. But this is supposed to be like happy-go-lucky energy. You got the Fool. Somebody wants a new start. I don't know if it's two different energies here. With the Abundance, you got the Ace of Wands right there too. With the Abundance, you have the Page of Swords, that someone's kind of been watching you. Come and knock on my door. 8 of Pence. Could be watching you at work. What's this Ace of Wands? It is typically a very magnetic energy. A thought, a message, a new start. 6 of Swords, definitely moving forward past something. So this might be even forgiveness here. The communication, Abundance. With Celebrate, you got Tower. So it could be shocking. Kind of just throws you off a little bit with the 2 of Cups. It could be speaking, like, to me, this Tower is linked to everything in the sense of like yesterday into tomorrow. But there is a connection with somebody. Again, it can just be a friend. You're going to get some type of confirmation. What is this confirmation? But it's like almost as like something comes in, something goes out. It's the Page of Cups. So this energy comes in, they speak it. And then you have the Devil. Is it fearful? You're dealing with a cap. Page of Oysters. Page of Pence. What is this Devil? Because if that has to do with a Karmic, 9 of Swords, stressed out. So it's more fear. But you do have Karmic here and Karmic here. So it makes sense that there's a Karmic energy in here, but it's almost like being dismissed as if it's not relevant, which is great. This is more like stressful. But it is starting something new. The pages are starting something new. It's laying a foundation, talking about things. There is very positive energy within the next 3 days, give or take a day or two. With this protection, you got 7 of Swords, the Moon, and the Knight of Swords. So there is, you are being protected from some type of bullshit, some type of deception. So this probably has to do with a Karmic energy here. It's like, Daddy's not here right now. We don't know it. So that song is probably linked to a Karmic energy. So what's coming in the next 3 days, give or take a day or two, is positive. So over here, you're going to have to just kind of like shift your focus, realign. Make sure you give to the right person. I don't think it's going to be hard to figure that out. Align. 7 of Pence. Yeah. Invest. There's definitely something worth investing in. The Knight of Wands aligning. So it is kind of going to come in quick with the World here. I don't know if it's a new door opening. You did have the Fool. It's coming in quicker than you think. And I like that energy with aligning because it's like chemistry, passion, enthusiasm, happy-go-lucky. Knight of Wands can be temporary. You have the Sun clarifying that. There is something in regards to your future, being able to have a solid foundation there. Could it just be a fire sign? Could be, but I don't think so. 5 of Cups. Somebody might make you feel guilty. Open up your heart. You have Temperance. Healing. Stability. 3 of Wands. This definitely has something to do with your future, part of your future. Open up your heart. They'll be back. Knight of Wands again. Someone that's just kind of keeping an eye on you over here. This is somebody who just wants to cause drama. Wants to know, like, you still thinking about them, or, hey, remember the good times. What's this 9 of Cups? It's like every day's energy, happy or not. Ace of Cups. Again, like, hey, I got feelings for you. Queen of Wands, Ace of Wands. I think this is somebody who, there's a lot of sexual attraction here, but it's sexual. Yeah, I don't think you want to vibe with that energy. Because it's sexual. And there's drama. There's people caught up. Do they have like a little bit of feeling for you? Yeah, but is it enough? No. Somebody who's in and out, like, come and knock on my door. Like, three's a crowd, you know? I can treat you better than he can. That song. I don't know it that well, but that's what I'm getting. I don't know if someone is trying to convince you. There's something exciting happening here. And it's something that could have had like a pause here, but like needing to follow your Akashics, your destiny. This is going to be too hard to clarify, guys, because these are like your pentacles, just kind of like a life, like a review. You're just going through something before you're stepping into something new, especially with the Fool being here. So some of you guys, it is a pentacle. Others of you, it's just kind of aligning with new energy. You're going to have to give a little. You might be a little weary, or it's an energy. It just comes in quick. Maybe out of nowhere. But you're happy. And it could just be a friend. There's like, I don't see any red flags here. But I don't want you to convince yourself either, because I just put up a meme the other day on YouTube, I believe, and it's something like, if the guy is a great cook, it cancels out like 3 red flags. Do I think like someone's trying to play you? It doesn't feel like that, but that message is coming out, so I'm like, eh. Best advice for the next 3 days, give or take a day or 2 regarding this energy. And again, it could just be a friend. Could be more than a friend, though. True love, playfulness, to recapture, allow yourself, your youthfulness to come out. Okay, so I don't know why you might be a little hesitant there, but all good. It looks all good. And again, it could just be a friend, or it could have been somebody you're going to be intimate with, or you have been. Somebody is possibly going to take responsibility for something and surrender. I can release my need to control. So I do feel like you went through something with this person, but they're going to want to take accountability. So you're going to see vulnerability too, but it is both of you are going to have to get to that point. I think you will. I don't really see that being an issue, but again, open up your heart, give a little, give a little piece of your heart to me, give a little something. If you end up with somebody, they might not want to be in the spotlight. But like restoration over here, blueprint, legacy. Probably has something to do with your energy over here. Somebody probably could have found their worth. Again, I think that's just going to be way too hard to read. And just know you're going to have a karmic like come and knock on my door, whether it's you, them. But yeah, there's something protected here. It could be a karmic on their end, maybe not necessarily yours, but you have all that lies and protection right there too. So confirmation that came through. So this, whatever this is tangible, which is nice. So let's look. Let's look at the next 3 days, give or take a day or two. I'd rather focus on the happy-go-lucky energy. But there is karmic energy in between all this other energy. So it's not like something that can be, not like something you can escape. Let's look at the next. We already got the next 3 days. It looks happy-go-lucky, but like, I don't know what they want me to read. It's something in regards to the next 3 days, give or take a day or two. Could be another message, though. All right, next 3 days, give or take a day or two, please. Abundance. Didn't that already come out in the next 3 days? It did. And I was like, hey, I want my citrine. But my citrine's over there, so I put on my Palo Santo. So I feel like there's another message, though. Yeah. Could be something with birds, but I'm going to put like seagulls, like white seagulls. Source is white, though. In regards to like purity. And again, everything's gonna be all right. We don't know. Tell me about this abundance. I just heard like explain yourself, but source doesn't need to explain themselves. Acceptance. Tell me about expanded awareness. Gratitude. Source. The boundaries. So you're really going to be asked, I'm really picking up on this acceptance thing, like, can you accept? Because whatever's coming around, like, I don't know if it's apologetic, like, can you accept, like, you're going to have to accept something, and accepting things are not always easy. But that's how you're going to get to where you need to be. It's not like overnight, like, you just... wake up with a smile, but then I'm getting the energy of like, well, you could, depending on your attitude, your mindset. You're going to probably feel like appreciated, or you're going to have to, it's looking at something different. Like whatever's coming in or what this connection is, it definitely feels like that energy exchange that I was feeling the other day with the reading I just did, where I think it was part of weekend energy where guides are kind of going back and forth. You're going to really have to kind of go within to appreciate something. And I don't know if you're like a little weary. And like you want to put up barriers, but if you do, make sure they're like they're healthy. But I think those are like personal barriers. Keep getting that as if it's like slate. I have a stone here. I think it's right here. No, it's not the one. Maybe I had one of those when I was a kid. Something's pulling me to like that energy. I don't think I have. I might have one lingering around with it has that like slate light thin. When you can see inside of it. I don't know. Let's just get your best advice in regards to abundance. You got vibration and be spontaneous. Best advice when it comes to acceptance. I like the colors there. Infinite. Ignite. You're definitely stepping out of your comfort zone. Gold is standing out to me. Citrine is more like yellow, but like I'm getting gold. Like I look down and I'm wearing silver, but I was getting gold. So if you meditate and you work with colors, you might want to meditate with gold or work with the color gold. Oh, fucking neck hurts. Too light. So I don't know if that's like a message like pain in the neck. Typically, like you would say, pain in the ass. But pain in the neck. Could be stress. I don't know. Let's see. Best advice when it comes to expanded awareness. So you're going to find out something. You might appreciate the conversation. You got self-care. Watch what you eat. Tell me about gratitude. Somebody might fast here. You got cleanse. Yeah, see, there's something here. Self-care, cleanse. I don't know if you want to fast. I don't know if you want to do like a cleaning. Or like this already took place. Ooh, my right ear just popped. Kind of hurts a little. That's weird. I'm getting the color purple for you guys. Strong. So it might, that's gold, but it's like yellow. And then purple. So there's definitely something here with color. Crystals, beads. How, again, if you work with color, you meditate. You just got to pull the sigils. I do have the sigil deck up there, and I don't know why it's over there by itself. That's a pretty color illusion, though. Huh. You did have vision somewhere, didn't you? Was it? It's in the other read, week 3. I think it was week 3. The other read. Might be something with vision too. I just said that, right? Because I went to go grab these and the glasses case came out. The glasses, that needs to be washed. I'm going to put that over there. Might be something with your vision. An illusion. I just said something about vision, right? It was... Again, it could just be the way you're meditating. I don't have the book on me, but I'm just going to throw you a sigil. I don't know what sigil it is, but you got 50. So 5, some type of change. 14 at the bottom of the deck, which is another 5. And again, I have no idea. It's called the blind spot. Here it is. Automation. Let's pretend you're walking through a gallery. The walls uncovered of brilliant colored art pieces. Feeling like everything's sinking in, some type of sensation or sadness. You wish you could be like one of the artists that make the living creating as beautiful as it is. Not making sense. Something about a pattern. If you're stuck in a pattern, what are the both scenarios? Hold on. Whoa, this is a lot. If you're drawn to this sigil, your programming is at play in a certain situation, not your conscious mind or your conscious free will. You're following a pattern that has been programmed into the system long enough without any awareness. Which makes sense, expanded awareness there. The program is totally counted to you, your actual best interest or your best interest of others. So if you're stuck in a pattern, it's time to come out of it. Once you become aware of this pattern, you can then enter the realm of consciousness of free choice. You did have that cycle over there. So again, it is something like how I said, like, it's like dusty. That did come out in the read too. So careful you're not getting stuck in an energy. If you're working with colors, again, might be working with blue. Again, I don't know if you want to do a cleanse. We did have patterns somewhere too, right? Like, so it's not always easy. Like I said, like, you're going to have to work on something here. If you're going to put boundaries up, the right type of boundaries, what type of, like, acceptance, you have all that, you know. It's not the easiest energy to work with, but I definitely get the vibe of, like, everything's going to be all right. It's that song again, Mockingbird. Whatever it is that's coming in, like, it's a big deal. Like, it can't just be like dismissed or swept under the rug. Like, it's like a learning lesson. You do have learning at the bottom of the deck. to letting something go, something that happened in the past, or with this person, with this energy, this friend. And some of you, this could just, it's like the energy of letting a karmic go. It's just instant like relief, like dropping the weight. Your vibe is better. You're more spontaneous. You're accepting how something went down. It is what it is. Like, you're better off with this person not being in your life. You're happier with this person not being in your life. There's an energy here though that like just needs to take action. Like, they already made a decision. It's just like moving forward with it. You might want to create your own sigil when it comes to cleansing. Now, I did light a white candle, which is all about purity. White and gold seem to be the main colors here. Be receptive. I just asked about this sigil, and it's about being receptive. It's definitely asking a lot. It's like adulting. But like actually having to like adult. Take responsibility for your own shit, or this is somebody else taking responsibility for something. But really just try to take care of yourself. Be receptive. If it's happy-go-lucky energy, or you know, it puts a smile on your face, but like, I don't know what you guys went through. There's definitely a friend or a person here that has a lot of love for you, and definitely probably hasn't shown it or have said anything. But don't be careful. Don't repeat a pattern here, because you might be like, fuck you, instantly. I do shit like that all the time. Someone hits me up, fuck you. What the fuck do you, like, where the fuck, like, fuck you. Here, okay, so there we go. You know, like, what the fuck do you want? Like, why the fuck did you bother even coming back around town? Like, so, you know, you might not want to approach a situation like that. And that's probably talking about that pattern. Like, what the fuck do you want? Or like, you say it in your head, like, why the fuck are you back? But be careful though, because there's karmic energy too. So there's a couple different energies, multiple energies, I'm going to say, floating around. Okay. I think the one that really has a lot of love for you is not going to want to beat around the bush. Okay. And I feel like that energy is kind of coming in. How you interpret it, you know, this is what's important. It's like giving something a chance, or second chance, or a clean slate. But you could be like, why the fuck would I do that? Like, I'm telling you, if anything like me, you probably are. You might be a little nicer than me. I kind of fucking just put it out there. Like, I could be harsh sometimes, but very clear. You know, I don't beat around the fucking bush. I usually don't protect energies either, too. It is. So there is something there where you're gonna like, it might be like, oh no, or it could just be a thought pattern too, like, oh, I don't want to go down this road again. Somebody did a lot of like self-care, or something, like someone did a lot of self-work, where they did a lot of something to kind of like come your way. It's not the easiest. for this energy to come towards you and be vulnerable. It's kind of asking the same thing of you, which will probably, obviously it's going to be one of those things. You might want to draw. I'm getting drawing here. I do think it's going to be one of those things where somebody's probably going to have to say something first, and not in regards to like security. It's more like, let's just hope the energy that's coming towards you, or if it's you putting it out there, you're making something clear within the first message. And it's not just like, hi, like putting out feelers. You can't just put out feelers like that, because, and if somebody does, that might be like, all right, how do I respond to this? Maybe you just like, I just got Mockingbird. Like they say hi, say hi. How are you? I'm fine. How are you? Like, keep it short and simple until they say something, because if it's karmic, you know right off the rip it's going to be karmic on the way. Maybe not off the rip on how they approach you, but you just feel it out. Again, some of you might want to do a cleanse, because there is something that has to shift here, and it does boil down to programming and not repeating a cycle. You know, because I think it's like real easy to tell somebody to fuck off. I don't know about you guys, but it's easy for me to tell someone to fuck off real quick. Again, some of you might want to fast, because I was saying that right before cleanse came out. Or it's just taking better care of you, your thoughts, your body, your teeth, your hair, your skin. You'll be more appreciative. There's definitely a cleanse. How you want to interpret that cleanse, cleanse in so many different ways. Could be, cleaning your damn house. That's way too many. Love you. So it's all about loving you, taking care of you. The more you do that, the better something feels, or like an outcome feels better. This is also a lot of love from the other side, but again, it's also loving you. I just got pulled to the book, and I typically don't get pulled to the book. I think it's definitely working both ways. I keep seeing that delight card. You are loved and you are worthy. Self-love. Love is expansion, abundant of our true nature. It's limitless, and it raises your vibration in those you love. And you got vibration over here too. So again, it's a lot of self. Love. How you get there is on you. How you treat a situation is on you. How you go about something, again, is on you. The more you take care of your body, the better you're going to feel. That's a projected energy that does benefit others, right? So, because I do feel like either you or the other energy is already doing this, but in the sense of like just working on yourself. And again, this could be your message where you need to do this, and it will shift your perspective when it comes to something. But I don't see you really needing to shift your perspective. You don't have that card out here, but like, just don't repeat a pattern. Try not to repeat a pattern. Because again, if you're anything like me, you'd be real fucking quick. Tell this person to fuck off. but there is something sincere about an energy that is coming towards you. Well, you don't got to be a bitch or an asshole and be like, yeah, we'll fucking prove it. But I mean, everything takes a little time. So I think whether if you're projecting this or somebody else is projecting this, I think they're going to say something that just kind of like, that you can vibe with, that makes sense. It works. And there's something about painting here. I don't know if it's like you should paint or there's something about this photo. And it's not even a photo. It's a drawing. It's like almost like taking a sponge to get that effect. I love cherry blossoms. One of my favorite trees. But this is like being receptive. And that takes time. Well, it doesn't take time like that, but it takes time for like the paint to dry. Something takes time here. So just, I guess, give it time. Give something a chance. And please continue to take care of yourself, what you're putting in your body. Again, you might want to fast. Clear your energy. You might want to meditate. There is something with an exchange of energy, that is damn sure. There's definitely a reason for what's about to go down. Tell me about source. Source healing, source acceptance. So to me, there's a very healing energy here somewhere. Do I want all four? You got grounded, listen, and instinct. But there's definitely a situation that can be grounded. Definitely listen to your gut here. But listen, like, it could be through music, it could be through birds. On one more for source, emotions and sweetness. So, be sweet, feel the emotion, listen, maybe not cut somebody off. I'm quick to cut somebody off. I'm not gonna lie, I'm basically telling you some of my flaws here. So again, it's all, don't repeat this pattern, because I'm real quick to do that too. If somebody's saying something and it's like, fuck do you think you are thinking you know me or you know what I'm thinking? Like, I'm quick to cut somebody off in the middle of a fucking sentence and be like, you might want to fucking rephrase that, without saying you might want to rephrase that. Because I'm getting that message as like, listen, you might want to be a little sweeter. And I literally tell myself in my head sometimes, like, just let them talk. And then it's like, I end up interrupting anyway, because I'm like, who the fuck does this person think they are? And not that I think I'm better or smarter than somebody. It's just like, if they already irritate me and I already know that they're fucking wrong, why let them finish? So they feel better? Let me just stop you and tell you you're fucking wrong. But here's the deal. If that's how they feel, that's how they feel. Make your decision from there, I guess. I don't know, but you might want to hear somebody out or be like a little sweeter. And that might not be easy for you. So again, this really is about being very, I wouldn't say being very careful, but I do that. And I just got pulled to like a prime example with a certain scenario. And then afterwards, I was like, it was probably a little harsh. It just happened to be like a conversation that was going through my head with somebody that I had a few months back. Like they had said something in regards to like protection. And then I was like, no, I was real quick to be like, no, it's a different type of protection. Like it's, and it kind of sat with me to, I should have let that individual finish their sentence. But I was already like, no, it's not like that. But that individual could have interpreted it a certain way, a different way than I would have interpreted it. Again, but I'm also, this is also source. Okay, so there's other messages here of not just let somebody talk, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's also trees, wind, animals, cars, music. But again, I did mention a couple of my flaws. I think telling somebody to fuck off is not necessarily a flaw. But the flaw behind that could be like, all right, we'll let somebody just say what they have to say. But again, I'm real quick to be like, fuck you and cut that person off too. Especially if somebody thinks that they know better, or it's, you know, just okay. So pay attention to your flaws. Tell me about healthy boundaries. Your mind, best advice for healthy boundaries. Mind, body, and soul. I can't stress this, like, this cleanse or whatever this is. Like, don't let somebody take advantage of, like, your thoughts or your body in regards to, like, needy or needing to be fed. But there is boundaries that are needed. So, but not in a way I think like we're consciously aware of. This is like, again, food, what you're putting in your body. There's something here with some type of cleanse. There's got to be something you're inhaling, taking, eating that's fucking with something right now. And again, it could even be something healthy. It could even be vitamins you're putting in your body, but like maybe you're doing an overdose of fucking vitamins and you don't even know it. Or like your thyroid can be off. Like it's something, there's definitely something here that you're ingesting, inhaling, swallowing. I can't stress that enough. And again, it could be unhealthy for you, or it could, you think it's healthy for you, you know, because that works for everybody else. It's like mushrooms, right? Like not everybody can take turkey tail. Like, believe it or not, 70% of the population are like allergic to like a turkey tail mushroom or certain stuff. Like your body doesn't need that mushroom, but it needs other mushrooms. And how do you determine that? You don't. You got to kind of play, like you got to figure it out. You know what I mean? Process of elimination maybe. But a lot of mushrooms, like the package is, you know, there's 4 in this one. And so maybe you just want to do something like one at a time. Like if it's mushrooms, you know, like one at a time. Vitamins, like you might not want to take a one a day, because one a day has 12 different vitamins in it. And there's something within that one there's that one thing that you don't need. And I'm getting pulled in magnesium, so you might need more magnesium. But what type of magnesium? There's like 6 or 7 different types of magnesium. How do you rule that out? You know, well, continue to do a Google search or Mayo Clinic, or you know what I mean? It would tell you, like, if you Google magnesium, what is the best type of magnesium, you know, to cleanse. In the bath, you can get pulled to like the salt, or you can like the magnesium in regards to like it's almost like, okay, hold on. different types of magnesium and for what purpose. So it's like magnesium citrate, magnesium oxide, magnesium sulfite, magnesium chloride. That's for digestion, that's for skin, that's for calm. The sulfate is for Epsom salts or muscle spasms. The oxide is for a laxative. The citrate for migraines. And I was getting bad migraines, and my doctor told me to try magnesium. So there's 13 types of magnesium. Some for energy, some for some for energy, sleep, stress, constipation. Get where I'm going with that? So, process of elimination. Or again, it could just be something toxic. Like, I got 2 of these left, I'm babying them. You know what I mean? But I stopped the regular cigarettes. But I don't want to put the patch on because of all the other fucking medication I'm taking right now for my health. That I kind of have to take to push through until I get to where I need to be until we figure out what's going on. Like, I literally just did the MRI for my neck. And do you know that I have four herniated discs in my neck, which explains all the pain I'm having in my neck? Like 4, guys. Like, I have like a spinal cord injury right there too at C8. So like, I'm not kidding. Like, this is like, it's like fucking insane. And we're going on what, like 8 to 10 weeks since the car accident. So there's already fucking nerve damage. I'm just like, my physical therapist won't touch me until I now do my neck, which I did. But it's like, I still need to do my thoracic. Like, out of this entire fucking time, they've only done an MRI twice of my lumbar and 1 of my neck. And a majority of my pain is happening within that thoracic region when it comes to my bladder and being constipated or not being able to go to the bathroom. Why I originally went in there and they ruled out like the main things when it comes to like, certain stuff. But it just, like, Jesus, guys, like, it's just a process of elimination and it sucks. But you need to do that here too. But it's more like in a spiritual way. So, because there is something, again, you're ingesting. It could just be the wrong vitamin. I'm not really getting medication, but like an addiction, like, this isn't great, it needs to stop, right? But it's more than that. Like, maybe you take greens every day, and maybe you shouldn't be taking greens. Maybe you should be focused on blues, algaes, certain, like, so process, do a little more research. And again, it's just getting out of a cycle at the same time. But it could be like a routine, wanting coffee. Maybe your body can't handle the caffeine, doesn't need the coffee, or it's decaf, and your body is still reacting to a coffee bean. I don't know. But people's bodies change every 7 years, right? So maybe you're in that phase where you used to be able to eat red meat, and now all of a sudden you want nothing to do with red meat, but you still have to supplement what you get from meat. You know what I mean? Like, if you go vegan, you still have to find all the proper supplements, so you don't go into like an iron deficiency or your vitamin deficiency. So and I just heard that song and give a little bit of your love to me, something like that. I don't know if it's a coffee commercial, but like, this expanded awareness it's more than just ingesting. It's also a thought process too, reprogramming. Especially if you don't typically hear somebody out. But like, it's definitely like a cleanse here. It's all about raising your vibration, expanded awareness, source, healthy boundaries when it comes to your body, your mind. So again, there's a lot of health here, and it's like vague. But like, be kind, be gentle. Maybe there's not much you can do right now, but there's other things you can do to like stabilize, your emotions, or be gentler. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's not much I can do right now. Like yoga and gentle stretching, like, can't do that right now either. To fix the sciatic issues, you'd bend backwards a little bit when it comes to physical therapy, but bending backwards a little bit is what you don't want to do with my neck. So like, it's a catch-22. So I really don't know how this is going to roll, but I know I'm getting irritated going on, 10 weeks and already having fucking nerve damage. It's, what are we going to do? I mean, I knew my neck was, the pain I was having in my shoulder blades and stuff, I knew there was something going on there, but to have, there's something with the, one's herniated, the other one is a small protrusion. They're all like similar, but they're all a little different. But again, like, I really thought I walked away with that car accident, like, and I didn't, but I'm still alive, so maybe I need to be grateful, learning about 4 different types of being paralyzed. Like, it's just, everyone, like, how are you? I'm fine. What are you going to do? You know what I mean? Like, but so like, it's definitely like a mental energy here that needs to be, I'm going to say needs to be like worked on. It's more about being gentle with yourself. Can go a long way. Things like that, especially if you don't know what direction to head in or to do or to work with. But again, when that was a prime example of magnesium, like, ironically, for headaches, let's try this before you do a prescription headache. But he recommended a different one. And then Spirit was like, well, this one kind of works with both. But again, I work with the pendulum, so I have that upper hand there. When it comes to certain stuff and asking. And I got pulled to like one that's in between, and it works good too. Also, the one I got is also good for sleep. But again, the medicines I'm on, you don't want to take certain magnesiums. And the doctors don't all put this together. Like, when I found out my mom first had cancer and certain stuff and what medication she can use and what she can't and how it interacts with others, like, there should be a nurse in every practitioner's office that thoroughly goes through like medicines to make sure that doesn't counteract with that one. And it's not, they look at the medicines, they have like a list of your medicines on your chart or whatnot, but like, there's nobody really, for people who are on a lot of medicines, there's nobody really digging into that. Like, say you have a pacemaker, you have this, and they don't know you have a pacemaker, but that medicine counteracts that one. Like, there's nobody dedicated to do that. Like, your doctor should have that knowledge, but within the companies and what I've learned from working for a hospital for a long time, like, I know there's nobody like that. Yes, your doctor doesn't want you with this medication with that one, and that one counteracts, and you go to the emergency room and they tell you don't take this one because it can't, you know what I mean? So it's like that. Like, you have to be your own self-advocate here too. So there could be something with medication. I'm just using it as an example. Like, my doctor's like, try that magnesium, but Spirit's like, no, this one's better. I'm going to listen to spirit. But I'm just saying, like, in general, just because your doctor suggests like that one might work better for you doesn't mean like that's the best alternative, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? And again, there's nobody out there in the healthcare system that is literally looking at your complete history with medications. I can't even tell you how many times I would process from elimination with my mother, and it's like, well, you shouldn't even be taking this, given that you're on this and you just had a blood transfusion. Like, you get what I'm saying? And people have been doing it for years and they wonder why they're not feeling better. They're not, you know what I mean? Shit like that. And, you know, our mind can be just as powerful when it comes to like medication. You know what I mean? So right now, this is kind of saying just be gentle with yourself, be gentle on how you handle certain situations, especially situations that come your way. Got adapt at the bottom of the deck. Best advice, please. One more, financial security. I don't know, abundance can fall into that category as well. I don't see it playing out anywhere else. Magical powers. Financial security. You're about to experience great rewards or success concerning financial security. This card indicates a sudden blessing or a feeling of finally advancing in your career. Complete success in a financial partnership lies ahead of you. You will be lucky in your investments and you won't have to worry about your type of lifestyle. This doesn't mean that you can be reckless with your spending, but it's time to treat yourself a little bit. There are 4 moons in this card, indicating the results you seek are not instantaneous, but they are deliberate, calculated risks that turn out in your favor, as the number 4 talks about your security. We are all born with grateful gifts when it comes to magical power with the gift of magic. Didn't I say something in this song? Do you believe in magic? We often overlook extraordinary powers of happiness in those around you in your own heart. When you're centered, it's very powerful emotion. Love is setting you up for a certain intent that we can create our own world. Believing in ourselves, beginning with ourselves by loving and being kind and understanding our limits and pushing just a little further to better ourselves. In those ways, coming closer to fulfilling your life purpose, the dragonfly starts a life with the larvae in the water and later rises to the top of the air and flies. Then they are connections with nature and our guides to the realms of magic. Use this card to strengthen your intent or awaken your magical gifts. You can use your magical power card anytime to enhance the potential of this meaning. Focus on magical hexagram or the powerful energy that spreads on this card. Feel a change of life spreading to your ability. The dragonfly lifts itself into the air and flies away. Follow your winged messenger. I don't see anybody really being stressed out with financial security. We almost did a work rate. But again, it's just kind of one of those things that when you really do follow your happiness, you really can't go wrong at the end of the day. Things just kind of fall into place. So yeah, I mean, I keep getting pulled to this financial security in the sense. So I don't know if you're worried about it, like class act suit. So something's going on. Class act suit, or is that class A suit? Class act suit? I don't know. Class act suit. A class action lawsuit known as class action representing the type of lawsuit or one of the parties in the group. People are represented by the members of that group. The benefit of a larger group of affected people. The highest paying class act suit, $206 billion tobacco settlement. I don't know, you might be part of like a class act suit or something that's coming in. What qualifies you? Involved a situation that qualifies a class act suit. It must involve several people who have suffered the same problem. Involve a nation retail store. Yeah, so I don't know what that's all about, but maybe there's anything going on with, I don't know. Taxes, security, I don't know. Financial security, don't worry about it. It's like things, like for instance, things that are going on with me, like getting a lawyer. I already have a lawyer. My accountant actually does his booking, and it's like, I got this person, just talk to him. So I've been dealing with that for like over a month now. It's a lot more fucking work than I intended. But like, great. In the end, I can get whatever the case may be. But in the long run, like, it's not even about the money. Like, it's just not. And people, like, you really think you can just survive off like $1 million or $2 million? Not in these days and age, especially if you're not investing it the right way. You know what I mean? Like, it's not about the money. It's about fairness. It's about justice. It's like, you know, and it's like, all right, so, you know, you're gonna get yada yada, like, you know, it's tough. And even having a lawyer is tough because a lawyer wants you to play fucking victim, and I am not good at playing fucking victim. But with everything that's going on with my spine and everything else, I am a victim of something that happened out of somebody else's carelessness. But like, at the end of the day, you know, it's just being grateful, I guess, that, you know, you're alive. So it's not about the money, but I think something's going to come into play here for you guys about something. But again, this could also be like, you know, you can win the lottery, or, you know, the next job you get sets you up, or a year from now, life is just different. Yeah. So, I mean, this can go in so many different ways, guys. I mean, you can start a YouTube channel, it just takes off. You know what I mean? So there is something with a lawsuit, though, for some of you that involves other people. I don't know what that is for everybody, but it's not like in my situation with like the car accident. I'm getting that class act is something different. It's like an Aaron Brockovich type vibe, but not to that extent. And I feel like ever since this damn car accident, I haven't had one fucking day to fucking relax. That's how crazy it is. It's like one thing after another, after another, after. It's just like, it's just so much more work, you know? And again, I didn't even consider a lawyer. I wasn't about a lawyer. It was, you know, but again, my accountant, when I was doing my taxes, like, I know this great guy, yada, yada, yada. Been doing his taxes for 30-something years. The lawyer's, you know, going to retire soon. It's probably the last case he's taking. Really nice guy, but it's more work than you think it is. Like, it's a lot. But now I see why a lawyer needs to be involved. You know what I mean? I'm going to be out of work for a while, and just somebody else's recklessness. But again, it's not about the money. It's about justice. It's not like he has to pay for his shit. Like, you know, he'll pay for his shit in different ways when it comes to like karma or whatnot, like for being reckless, or, you know, or he already paid for it and now he'll pay his dues different ways and be, you know, kinder to, like, I don't know, people, the public. Maybe it was like an eye-opening life situation for him as well. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's not like, oh, I'm going to make him pay. That's not how my mind is at all. You know, like, I know how shit works, and this is more important. Your sanity, doing the right thing, finding the balance. It's really not about the money. When you get injured and things just keep coming, and I think that's a big topic for people with medication or being injured, or with me that I'm realizing, you basically just took my fucking life from me, but I'm alive. But in 2 years, something goes wrong, I could be paralyzed too. You know, like, he basically took my fucking life. And it's almost even harder because I need to grasp that in real life compared to somebody who just passes away. I have to work through that mentally, physically, emotionally. Like, I love to jog. I'll never be able to jog again. I know I'll be okay in a year from now. You know, I'm sure a lot will be different, and it's not self-pity. It's not that, but like, he literally took my life from me. Like, there's just going to be things in life that I won't ever be able to do again, which is, it's life. But will I ever make a full recovery? Absolutely not. Will I get pretty damn close so I can still live my life? Yeah. You know, but it's also keeping up with a lot of shit. It's not, you know what I mean? It's my health, mental, like, things like that. It's, you know, can I live in fear right now and think to myself, God forbid I fell, I could paralyze myself. God forbid I got on a fender bender, just getting in my car right now, I can paralyze myself with just hitting something 10 miles an hour. Like, it's pretty fucking crazy. But I can't stop living my life. I cannot not just get in a car and stop living, you know. So it's just shit like that, guys. Like, it's your perspective. It's how you're looking at something as an outcome. There is a friend coming in or somebody where you guys can kind of like rely on each other. It's not all about like just you and they're, you know, it's a 50-50. Just try to be a little more easier when it comes to things. Be a little more receptive when it comes to things. Don't let anger get the best of you, because I could let anger get the best of me too. Shit going on at work that I'm not happy about. You know, FMLA only covers you for so long, and I work for corporate. You know, so if I'm not cleared to go by here, it's kind of like, we're going to have to start the termination process. I got that phone call the other day, and I was like, the fuck? Are you kidding me? Like, I'm not going to be cleared to go back to work. So it's like wrongful termination. But yet they look at it like, you can still keep your benefits. You can still, you know what I mean? That's not the point. It's the stress. It's the stress in the midst of chaos, especially medically, physically. It's insane. But that's the matrix for you guys. It is what it is. So it's like taking away that security, you know. But it's life. It is what it is. But to me, you're going to create your own security here. And to be honest with you, I'm not even, it's like, it's stressful, but I'm just like, you know what? It is what it is. Oh, you can always reapply this and this, that, the other. No, thank you. No, thank you. And it is a process. Like, then, well, the doctor's not going to clear me, but it's a process. Like, all right, can your department go a lot more months without you not being there and this and that? And then from there, it's like a different process and a different process. Well, I have a permanent position, so my department's going to want to fill it. It is what it is, especially when you work for hospitals. They're only going to give you so much leeway, and depending on what department you work for. So it's just like one thing on another and another, and it's just, so I don't know if you feel that way, like your financial security is stripped from you, And in a way, I do feel like my financial security is being stripped from me when it comes to that. But do I want to go back for that company? No. And I know they need to fill a position. So mind over matter. I can always find that position somewhere else. And, guess I'm just grateful I can still have my benefits. So I guess it's just the way you want to interpret shit, guys. How you want to look at life. What are you willing to accept? What are you willing to not? Especially the people that are in it. Friends, foes. And again, I love my employees, but they do need to fill that position, so, and I'm sure I can get back in with the company if I really wanted to, but it's just another, am I going to stress over it, or am I going to get angry? I mean, what are you going to do? I have enough fucking stress in my life. Is it more stress and more stress each time I need to get an extension because you don't know if the benefits you're gonna qualify? So just, let shit just happen the way it's supposed to happen. Let shit just roll the way it's supposed to fucking roll. Feel what needs to be felt. Be receptive. Be aware of how you respond. It's about being kind to yourself, your mind, your body, your soul, guys. If I really look at it, I can get that job anywhere. I've dealt with that company, and I'll never want to work for another corporate like that with the hospital again anyway. But and my company might say, yeah, she's valuable and we'll keep her for a few more months and see what happens, but ultimately they do need to fill that position. So it is what it is, guys. But it's just shit like that, I know I can make money in other ways too. Find different ways, So, there is something like that going on. And the company I work for takes advantage of people anyway. And if you think about it, like, they're wrongfully terminating me anyway because I was out on medical leave with doctors, multiple doctors' notes. So technically, that can come back and bite them in the ass, and technically, they're supposed to offer me a position within the company before letting me go too, and I doubt they're going to do that. So there's a lot of little things, you know what I mean? And everything will go down the way it's supposed to go down. So at the end of the day, guys, it's not about money. It's about your sanity. And once you maybe start accepting that, things shift too, It can be stressful. I think to myself, like, oh my God, if I wasn't under my mother's roof, yeah, I pay rent. And the in-law I live in, but like, if I didn't have that, I don't even know how I would get by. And people depend on disability and certain stuff, and would I be able to get that? Yeah. Would it take probably like a year? Yeah. But do I want to live on disability the rest of my life? No. And deal with that hassle? No, absolutely not. People are going to find themselves settling in situations like that. Me personally, I can look at it that I have the advantage of looking at something like that. Not everybody has it like that. Because if I was literally living on my own right now, there's no fucking way I'd be able to meet my bills. And then being stuck in the situation and then being stuck in the system. It's not just welfare. It's not just, food stamps and housing. It's just another way to get stuck in the system. So it's a lot to process. And it's tough. There's no way out, and I'm glad it's there for people, but and I am fortunate for where I am right now. I still pay rent like I would if I was out there. But I'm in a situation like, obviously, if I was on my own and paying for everything, I wouldn't have a penny in my name. You know? And that's just heartbreaking because there's so many people out there that get put in that situation. And then stress on top of that stress, and then being able to lose your job because FMLA won't cover you. Like, it's brutal. But this is kind of spirits kind of like use that as a prime example quote. Like, it is what it is. Everyone gets put in situations like that, but you will eventually find your knack or the direction you're supposed to be in, because it's destiny. It's global ascension. Like, you get to where you need to be within the next year or two to have that security. You know, I could take that and move to another country and live off that wonderfully the rest of my life, but do I want to seclude myself and do that? No, not at all. You know what I mean? It's not just, oh, you gotta invest that, right, this and that. Like, this day and age, it's extremely hard to live off $1 million. Can people do it? Absolutely. But like, it's not even like that. Like, for me, guys, like, I'm just so bent out of fucking shape that this person, like, literally, like, my health, like, everything, like, you took my fucking life from me, like, without dying. Like, it's crazy how I got so injured and just didn't even realize it. Just walking around with 4 herniated discs, bone spurs in my neck from trauma. The gel that goes in between your disc, extrusion, it's like the 4th stage. They're going to have to put something fake there on my lumbar so the bones don't rub and cause the narrow. Like, I'm telling you, like, this, like, Jesus, you know, this, I just, positive mindset, you know, I know I'll be okay. And, you know, a year from now, life will be different. I'll be out there smiling, living my life. I'm still not going to stop doing what I'm doing. I'm still booked camping. It's just not going to be easy. If I come home early, I come home early. It's life. You know what I mean? It's a different way of maneuvering around, and you've got to have that mindset. Like, the mindset is key. So just be very gentle on yourself. Try to just look at something differently, you know? Some people will be happy with, like, millions. All right, you know, I'm set. My mindset is not there. That's not how you live. Like, it's just, you need money coming in. You need income. You know what I mean? Like, and is it that sense of financial security? Yeah, but not in that sense. You gotta keep living. There's more out there to life. You know, this isn't a retirement party for Courtney. I would have had another fucking 20 years of fucking work. 15, whatever. I don't know how old I am anymore. I'm just saying, like, I'm too young to let my body just fall apart. You know? And I can get angry at this person because it was so fucking reckless. But, and I get angry at fucking work and open another lawsuit there. And, you know, it's just, it's not how you live your life to be overwhelmed by stuff like that. You know, it's moving on, doing what's best for you, staying active. You can't do it, tell yourself you can do it next year. You know, like, you don't just give up. A lot of people want to just give up, self-medicate. You know, I know the medication I'm on, I only want to stay on for so long. But right now, I have to in order to maintain and even look at something different, because the pain is just insane. Like, it's just, and pain can take an emotion and a feeling and take you in your mind where you don't want to go. So use your gifts, use your mindset, put your heart into something and put it out there. Could take years to take off, but If that's where your passion is, do it. If it's painting, who knows, maybe you're about to leave a legacy, you know, or something comes towards you and spirit's like, we'll be a little more receptive. There might be something here or something behind something, you know. Again, I didn't just, you know, study the brain for a year to be put in this situation and not take something from it and put it out there. Could I just bank money, lawsuit after lawsuit? Absolutely. But that's not even close to being on my agenda. And people in the Matrix will be like, don't worry about it. You're set for life. No, that's not how you fucking live, guys. No, that is not the fucking answer. And my lawyer, I'm telling you, he's just like, victim. I'm not the fucking victim. Every time you go to the doctors, what's your pain level? 10. No, maybe I'm a 6 today because the medication's working. Without the medication, I'd be at a fucking screaming 20. You know? And I am a victim, but I'm not going to play victim. So it's very fucking hard. You got corporate out there, and then you got your heart and soul over here. And, you know, your heart and soul at the end of the day is going to get you where you need to be. I'm not set for life. Financially, maybe I'll be set for life. That's not how I want to live my life. It's not how you live life. You live life through excitement and experiences and joys and exploration and evolving and moving forward in your life. You know, you don't stay stagnant because you feel financially secure and you can leave a legacy and you're good. Like, that's not a fucking life. Life is worth living and experiencing and feeling. So it's aggravating when people are like, oh, you're set for life, it's okay. No. Mentally, physically, and emotionally, I got to get myself there, and it's a fucking struggle. And take myself off certain medications that they already put me on that I have to lean off of, and it's a lot, you know. And I get what the lawyer is saying, but like, that just isn't me. I know I'll get what I need to get at the end, but like, that's not my financial security, if that makes sense, even though I'll have it. That's and then I gotta worry about how to spend that, like when people retire, how much money you have for the rest of your life, and what you can do and you can't do, and all these people that are retiring barely have money to fucking even survive, never mind all their dreams and spirit, everything they wanted to fucking go for and travel and all this. And you know, and then you got the people now that have the money. It's like, oh, I'm gonna travel when I retire. Well, you can die in fucking 10 years. Why the fuck are you not traveling now? It's your mindset, guys. You know what I mean? Like, that's not life either. That's no life that I want. There's so much out there, and it comes from feeling and being in tune and being in the moment and what can I do next? How do I want to live? You know what I mean? It's shit like that, guys. You know? Creating your future, you know, being there for others, being there for yourself. Like, there's just so much more to life than just settling. So please don't settle. There's really can really change your mindset with just a little more self-compassion and taking care of yourself, looking at things differently, not following suit. I'm still going to get what's deserved without playing victim, because I actually was a fucking victim. Get what I'm saying? So don't fall in that societal category either, because a lot of people will fall right into that category real quick too. And a lot of people like, don't worry, Coy, you're set for life. Like, hearing that is not refreshing. Hearing that doesn't make me feel emotionally secure or financially secure. Because nobody has, unless you're experiencing what I'm experiencing when it comes to fucking pain and shit just being taken from you, You don't, that's not a comforting message. Money doesn't solve your fucking problems. It doesn't solve depression. It doesn't solve your pain level. People need to think before they fucking speak sometimes. Like, people are thinking they know what's best for you, and that's where you're like, oh, fuck you. Like, that's really when you tell people to fuck off, you know? So you can put a lot into this fucking category, but what Spirit's really trying to say here is, like, put energy into something, especially if the energy is coming towards you and you feel like it's worth putting it in. Like, don't just shut it down because of a past experience, or, you know what I mean? It's just, you know, people come in and out of your lives for reasons. Like, I met with the orthopedic yesterday in regards to my knees, because my knees are getting weak from not being able to do PT. And they are starting to do certain stuff where it's like, I have like these, one for each knee. I didn't do the full brace. I just did like the kneecap itself. But like, I do have like bone spurs in the knees too from trauma. When your body goes through trauma, how it heals and recovers, or what it does in the midst of trauma, is insane. So it's like all that shit needs to be taken care of. And he wants to take a very simple approach, which is great because of all the other fucking doctors and all the other MRIs and all the other fucking medication, this and that. Like, let's try like this route before we do anything, because you do have like muscle strains and spurs from the accident. But it's what your body does when your body's in trauma. And mine stayed in trauma mode for months. Well, a couple months, almost like 2 months. Most people, you know, it could take weeks, years. Some people's body can stay in trauma for years, and it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse. So you got to snap your body out of the trauma in a very gentle way as well, which is not easy to do. A lot of people live in that mindset or that mental entrapment of trauma. And it's not easy. Like, I think it was just the other day, I shut my eyes and I saw the car coming right at me real fucking quick. And it's like living the experience all over again. I'm like, oh, I haven't had that thought again. I haven't had that thought in like a month. Like, it's fucking brutal, you know, and you got to talk yourself out of it. You got to work your way out of it in a very gentle way. It's not easy, you know. So, again, I know a year from now I'm going to be fine, but it's, you know, it really is one of those things where I really won't ever be able to jog again. Can I hike? Yeah, it'd probably take a little longer to hike. You know, getting on a snowmobile, ski mobile, or, you know, jet ski or a boat. It's things like that that I really enjoy doing that I can't ever chance again. And it's not me being like scared and weary. It's the reality of my fucking situation. Yeah, I'll be able to travel and have strength and do that. Like, I get that. But one wrong move or a jolt, certain stuff, like, it's going to irritate it all over again. Like, it will be a lifelong thing. This is not something that would just kind of go away. But again, I'm not crippled, and there's a lot to be thankful for. And, you know, my mindset is key and certain stuff like that. And of course, we all have our days, but we'll get through it, you know. Just gonna take time, lifestyle change, it's fine. But again, you know, boats, you hit a wave, you know what I mean? Like, don't want to end up paralyzed the rest of my life. 2 years from now, even when I'm like in, like, being able to do stuff I can do, there's still stuff I still won't be able to do. You know, it's like having a lake house and having that boat, but, you know, maybe like it's different, but you always hit a wake there too. You know what I mean? So it's I don't know, guys. It is what it is, you know. But I can strengthen things for sure. But there's still going to be limitations. You know what I mean? Will I ever be able to ride a horse again? No. And I love riding horses, you know. But there's other things in life to appreciate too. So that's a prime example. Like all the stuff I really love to do, can you do it anymore? No. But think of all the things I can still do. Does that make sense? You know? So I guess it's how you want to look at life. Look at, you know, it's a mindset, you know? So it's like somebody not, you know, someone's, you know, you lose a hand or something, like you just like, okay, but you're alive. Okay, well, you don't understand what that person's going through mentally, physically, emotionally, and not being able to use that hand for the rest of their life. One thing goes wrong with me, you know, I slam on my brakes too fast. One of these discs slips, that nerve damage is done and I can't use my hand. It doesn't have to be amputated for me not to use it. And it's not like going to like the extreme. It's real life. Adapting. You know? Can't keep thinking worst case scenario. You can have the best fucking surgeons. All it takes is tiniest one fucking wrong move, you know? So, and it's only a matter of time before this starts to damage my gray matter. And you can't get that. Can't get that back. You can work on your white matter. So, which is right near your spinal cord. So the amount of like spinal cord injuries I have is just fucking on both sides, and it's both bilateral, top and bottom. And it's typically just one or the other. It's like spirit's just like, we're just gonna experience it all, so you can help people, you know. And it's not comfortable either talking about, you know, this stuff all the time either. It's a lot, you know. It's a lot to absorb in my own mind. I don't even think like the kids really. I haven't even had time to like sit with the kids and really explain to them like how shit's fucking going down, and they're just like, all right, I hope you feel better, you know. And it's a lot. It's a lot to absorb. It's a lot to get the results of the MRI and realize I have that much damage to my neck, and I'm not even. The majority of my pain right now is in my thoracic. I still have to figure out what's going on with my intestines and fucking bladder that everyone wants to link to everything else when I know what it's already linked to. But like haven't even gone that route yet. No wonder why people end up paralyzed or mentally fucked up. I'm at the point where it's like permanent fucking nerve damage because doctors, insurance companies just taking their fucking time with process of elimination. And that process of elimination takes away things from your life. If it's not an emergency and you don't got to go straight into the operating room, it's just like, okay, process of elimination. And within that time period, a lot of damage can be done. You know, what are you going to go back and fucking a lawsuit? You can't just slap band-aids on everything. Shit's got to change. Shit's got to change. If they had dealt with this 6 weeks ago, I wouldn't be here now. You know, I think spirit really has my back right now when it comes to protection in regards to my body. When it comes to one wrong move or like my small intestines and my bladder, things like that. You know what I mean? Because typically most people would already lose control over their bladder function. And me, when I feel it, it's like, I got to rush to the bathroom as if I've been holding it, you know? So I know Spirit's playing a big part of this too in keeping certain things at bay, you know? So, again, thankful for that. But, like, every time I get fucking news, it's just like, it's not the greatest fucking news. You know, lots going on, but how am I going to look at life? How am I going to interpret life? My mom's got stage 4 cancer. I'm lucky she's still here. It's a lot, and it's all about perspective, guys. At the end of the day, perspective is where, you know, your life can change drastically, for the better or for the worse. So, take care of your mind, body, and soul. Make sure you're vibing with the right people. You know, don't let other people's thoughts or guilt or perceptions sway you. Don't get lost in the fast track. Don't get lost, you know, keep driving in your own lane. Shit like that. You know? So. And I'm just getting, like, with where you go in life, it's accomplishment. You know, leaving that type of legacy versus, you know, things that are inherited or passed down or, you know, lawsuits. That's not leaving a legacy because you left money behind for your children. You're not leaving a legacy if you don't live your life and prosper from it and, you know, teach people and, you know, share experiences. People got that legacy ass fucking backwards. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. You're very welcome. I hope you have a good rest of your day. And I will see you guys again tomorrow morning. It's Sunday, right? Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy your Sunday. I love you too. Bye, guys.